Well, a big day. Happy Easter, happy Passover, and happy freeze-free date. That's right, we are now past the freeze-free date, but don't confuse the freeze-free and the frost-free. Frost-free date is around May 10th in central Indiana. Freeze-free somewhere between the 16th of April to the 21st, 22nd, something like that. So there's certain things certainly you can do outside, and one, of course, is plant woody ornamentals into your trees, shrubs. But here would be the warning. Be careful of this. So this is a white hydrangea, all right? So this has been in the Midwest, so you can kind of see how it's beautifully leafing out. This is a macrophylla, which is a pink and blue hydrangea. Now you see how that's fully leafed out with, well, guess what? That didn't do that here. That has been in a greenhouse. So you have to be a little careful of putting that. If that would get out and then we'd have an unusual freeze or a hard frost, it could damage it. It won't kill it, but it could damage it. Now, in the garden centers, you're seeing tons of annuals out that really shouldn't be in the ground. They have to be able to be protected. So you think, well, why in the world would a garden center have these kind of things if it's not safe to plant? Well, that's because container gardening is huge, obviously, and has been for a number of years. So everyone wants to start with their containers and get those done. And with a container, you can either pull it in the garage, you can cover it over in case of frost. But don't get that confused. These, just because you see them, these should not be put in the ground. And the other thing that'll happen too, and it's the same thing like with a tomato plant, because everyone, you know, in Indiana, it's bragging rights on who gets the first tomato. But when the ground, even though the ground is really starting to warm up, when you plant something like that and you put it in a cold ground or a little less than ideal, it just sits there. It doesn't really take off growing. It doesn't die, but it just kind of lays there. So really, you're not getting much of an advantage. If you want to kind of sneak and cheat on the tomato, get it in a container, leave it above ground, and then transplant it after the frost-free date. So certainly containers for, you know, for the holidays, you want to have some stuff out. Anything that you can pull in, absolutely fine. Now, when we get into the lawn and garden chemicals and different things, what should you be doing? Still, time for crabgrass control. Not for this one. People see weeds, so they use this, and the problem is you put it on too early and you're only getting the early weeds. The rest of them will come up and you'll be disappointed. So instead of putting that down, take care of the dandelions with either Weed Be Gone, something like that. There's organic weed killers as well. You'll see a lot of advertisements for grub control. Too early. Put this down around June the 20th. So even though you'll see the ads, if you want to buy it, it's a great price, buy it, but don't put it down. Grass seed, the soil temperature is perfect for it. You can put your grass seed down and germination will take care. Now, if you have areas where you don't want to grow anything, maybe it's under a tree or something like that, you can certainly put down season-long Roundup. That'll take care of, because you'll take care of that. Also, preen. Get your preen down. That will prevent weed growth in flower beds around trees, shrubs. So there really is a lot you can do. Happy freeze-free date.